There will be times when you want to stop a procedure or event handler from running or doing any further execution. And we have a statement for doing that called exit sub. Remember, our event handlers are sub procedures. So where we have a private sub toggle lock, the exit sub ends the execution of that sub procedure while the event is being handled. We'll see later on there's other exit statements for working with repetition structures, what we might call loops. There's an exit for, an exit do, and an exit while. The for, the do, and the while are all loops. We'll have an exit function, and functions are much like sub-procedures, but they return a value. And we've seen the try catch. If you wanted to exit the try fork prematurely, you could use an exit try. Well, let's take a look at the exit sub. So I created a demo here in which I have a button that says color locked, and what I want to do is be able to click on these buttons and change the color of the background of the form. But right now that button is locked. If I click it and say color unlocked, now I can choose the different colors. By the way, I did a darker purple here as a demonstration. You want to be careful when working with color that you don't make things hard to read. This black text on this dark background is very hard to read. So you might want to make that text white if you use this medium violet as your background color. Now I'm going to go back and click color locked, and now these buttons do nothing. I can't change the background. Let's look at how I did that. So for the toggle button here, which is named BTN lock toggle, I'm handling an event called BTN lock toggle click. The name of my sub-procedure is toggle lock, and what I'm doing is using a ternary if expression looking at the value of color locked, and if it is color locked, I'm going to change it to color unlocked. Otherwise, I'll change it to color locked. Now, a little catch here, when I was testing this, it wasn't working quite right, and I realized I had set up key mnemonics. That key mnemonic, that ampersand, is part of the text property. And so when I'm comparing the text, I need to make sure I include the ampersand. Now, all of these buttons, these color buttons down here, share the same sub-procedure called change background. It's handling the click event of all 11 of those buttons. And here's my code. If BTN lock toggle, that's this button here, .text equals ampersand color locked, then exit the sub-procedure. Don't do anything else. However, if it's unlocked, it's not going to do that. It'll continue executing with me.backcolor, my form. Me is my form 1, equals the back color of sender. Now I didn't create an alias of sender as I've done previously. Visual Basic will allow you to use sender directly. However, if you go on to C#, that's not the case. You can't use sender directly. You have to create an alias to it. So all we're really doing here is checking to make sure that we're allowed to make a change, and if we are, we're setting the back color to whatever button we clicked. If you just jumped into this video, you can see all the videos from the Programming Practicum playlist by clicking on the image in the lower right. And if you'd like to be alerted to future videos I create, you can click my picture in the top right to subscribe to the channel.